Great morning. The time is 12:55. Yours truly, Hannibal, the boss, coming at you again, aka Uncle Hannibal. The shop for the listeners, also correspondent Street Talk TV. Shout out to the soldiers. For those that know, y'all already know who the soldiers are. You know what I mean? Make sure you tune in about 7 hours and 5 minutes. No, that would be 8 o'clock. Make that 8 hours and 5 minutes, I do believe, to the shop for the listeners. The topic is in a continuation from last week's topic, which is don't let another gardener dictate the time of your harvest. And we explored issues pertaining to people worried about what type of seeds you're planting and trying to encourage you or discourage you to do something different. But what we're going to do in the morning, later on, is once you get the harvest in, you then have to prepare to set the table. You got to pick your harvest. And then you got to set the table and you got to invite the right people to the table. So part 2 of the series of Don't Let Another Gardener Dictate the Time of Your Harvest is going to be when you receive your harvest, identify the ingredients you have. You know what I'm saying? Your experiences being your harvest, the seeds you plant, whether it's a job, whether it's a financial seed, whether it's a health seed, all the type of seeds you can plant, various seeds, spiritual, mental, and physical. You have to pick it, identify, bring the right people to the table. Make sure you bring the right gardeners to the table, as we are all gardeners. Once you bring the right gardeners to the table, then what you do is y'all can identify the ingredients and identify the dishes, and y'all can consume and reproduce together. So that's what you're going to do. Make sure you tune in. And the other thing has been, since it's Black Ourstory Month, also his story, their story, your story, every day. I don't necessarily choose 1 month, one day, 1 minute. That's why I don't celebrate no man-made holidays. But in the same token, it's our story every day of the year, every second. Every day you wake up, you are creating a story. You are the author. That's why you have authority over your own story. That's why the root word of authority is author. If you let somebody else tell and dictate your story, then you lose authority. You get me? So with that being said, the Commonwealth of Virginia, Black Ourstory is racism. Racism. The way I spell racism is Raceism, meaning it's always been about a race. It's never been about racism. It's been about a race. It's a competition. It's a competition for identified resources that the propaganda is created to let you think that it's limited resources. In actuality, the resources are what you create. Because once you find the source, you find a way to do it over again. That's why they say redundant, repeated, repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Repair, do it again. So, resource. So, the race has been won long time ago. We have to create another race. And it can't be a race that's comparable to others because there's no comparison to someone that has had 500 year head start. I say 500 years. And the head starts are associated with the use of labor, black labor in this country. You know what I'm saying? Black knowledge. And the labor is on different levels. So those things occurred and we know, but we can't be too concerned with that race. What we have to understand is study and learn from those that came before us. That's our story, not his story. They give you who they want to give. Those that they don't give you, they've either off, you know what I'm saying, or slid to the side or paid off. So what we have to do is understand that once we learn from that, then we can truly create another race in which we are connected together to get to one common finish line. And if the finish line produces an opportunity to start another race, We want to take advantage of that. But with that being said, racism. Let me explain to you the power of winning the race first. In the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth, where the wealth stay common, but everything, this is another name for a state. So every state is a Commonwealth because everybody that was wealthy off of the labor from our ancestors are common. You know what I'm saying? They look alike. With that being said, you have a lieutenant governor that looks like you, black people, looks like you. And he worked long and hard. Funny thing is, his last name is Fairfax. And the second richest county, recently replaced by Loudoun County. Shout out to Shopline Cuts Barbershop, #1 barbershop in Loudoun County. That his name is Justin Fairfax. Fairfax County. The irony in that. But let's start. So a perceived racist act by the governor of Virginia, dressed in blackface and or a KKK robe, initially said that it was him and he apologized. First of all, listen, y'all know we make fun of people. So first of all, let's not be too sensitive. We make fun of people on a regular basis. So I'm not going to trip off a college student because I know what I did in college. Hey, a college student that people that he don't like or people that he make fun of and the people he degrade, he make fun of it. That's cool. But that was considered racism. Not only did he say it was him, then he took back and said it wasn't him. And then he said, I'm not going to resign. He's standing firm because he can do that because he has the world behind him, the world that looks like him. However, think about this. Do you think it's a coincidence that less than a week later, the brother that would stand to gain to be the next black governor, I believe Douglas Wilder, Ourstory again, Douglas Wilder was the first and possibly only black governor. Now, somebody that they know their Ourstory can correct me if I'm wrong. Of Virginia. They didn't like that. So before there was Barack Obama, who ain't do shit for me or your mama, we had Douglas Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And so Justin Fairfax apparently had some oral sex communications or lack thereof or disagreements with a young lady 15 years ago. So 15 years ago, let's count it down. 2004, the Democratic National Convention, 2005, 2006, 2007, she could have said something. 2008, she could have said something. 2009, she could have said something. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, you get what I'm saying? She could have said something. 2015, 2016, 2017, she could have said something. 2018, she could have said something. But oh, lo and behold, 2019, right when the possibility may arise that you could have the next black governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, which probably was the most diabolical below the Mason district line state that you thought because it was close, but there was a lot of them, many of them. You can't compare, like one sin ain't worse than the other. But the most diabolical state doesn't want a black governor. So she is now coming out. Then there's a second one. So then this goes to how strong the racism thing is. Like, look, we like this, man. This is our country. It's ours. You can't do nothing to stop that. That's why we got to divert our energy on other stuff. Economic concepts, fiscal literacy, health and nutrition, consciousness, loving each other, building together, not worrying about, not trying to ruffle any feathers. Let them have their feathers. We don't have to ruffle none. But the third person in charge, who would replace the black governor, came out and said, I did blackface too. And they say it was just like Michael Jackson. But they're calling for the resignation of the brother. Strong. Talking about impeachment. Racism as it is in their eyes is accepted. Because y'all don't know it's always been a race. So make sure you tune in every Saturday morning. Yours truly, Hannibal the Boss. Catch me when I post. Because when I post, I'm not giving you the most. I'm giving you this a little. Sort of like Malcolm, get it? You know what I'm saying? But we going to keep growing. I'm not playing. Make sure you understand about the history and our story of this land. Sometimes we got to demand amongst ourselves to be better. We ain't got to pick it or write no damn letters. It's all about making that good cheddar so we can get better and better together. Like Run DMC say, we tougher than leather. Because I'm a vegan, I'm going to do vegan leather. Sometimes they might call that pleather, but I can always weather the storm because I'm more special than the norm. More abs. Tune in, baby.